All right, we're back with our extra point, and tonight we're getting a kick out of this one. Dr. Anthony Fauci is apparently seeing the light. Well, it might be a little too late by 2.5 years if we're counting. He made this admission, though, to the nation. Take a look.
Having lived through more than 2 years of intense scrutiny, is there anything you wish you had done or said differently, particularly given the climate that you just mentioned with social media?
You know, the answer is yes, Dan. I mean, my goodness, no one's perfect. Certainly I am not. When I go back in the early months, I probably should have tried to be much more careful in getting the message to repeat the uncertainty of what we're going through.
I don't know, Lyndsay. I can't tell if this was like an apology or if this is a guy who is leaving government and just wants to figure out a way to make more money.
Yeah, he's been highly criticized, Sean, as we've pointed out many times on the show. He started out as the hero and then went the opposite. But when I think about it, I mean, that's the best I've actually heard him, because if he would have taken, I think, a page from that playbook right there, he wouldn't have been so hated. We needed honesty and transparency from him. It was a novel coronavirus, and he acted like he knew everything instead of just saying, hey, guys, we don't know. You remember when he changed the percentage for herd immunity because of polling? Instead of just saying, here's what the science is, he started trying to play to the people instead of playing to science, and it didn't bode well for him. And he should apologize to the American people for not being more clear. And he could have just said, hey, we're still figuring things out. But he would say, oh, you need a triple mask, you need a double mask, and never had the science to prove it.
Well, look, countless businesses and individuals suffered as the consequences. He made a lot of money during this period. We talked about this before, $5 million during the pandemic. You know, so I feel like now it's more of just making sure that he's got everything, all of his ducks in a row as he heads into maybe the private sector and goes on the speaking circuit on his way out the door.
Yeah, right as he retires. I mean, of course, we talked about this today. This comes after news broke the controversial COVID-19 scientist who's leaked to the Lab Leak Theater, Peter Daszak from EcoHealth. He's getting awarded millions of dollars from NIH, U.S. taxpayer money, to study more viruses. The same guy who told Anthony Fauci to say it wasn't a lab leak, and he was tied to the Wuhan lab. I got U.S. funding for that. So, you know, he has a lot more to explain and a lot more to answer to still.
I bet he does.
All right. Well, that's our show. But tomorrow, a new jobs report comes out, and former Trump economist Kevin Hassett will be here to break down the numbers and what that means for the economy. Plus, parents defending education. President Nicole Neely will be with us to discuss the parent revolution taking place across the country.
Yeah, and it's Friday, so you know what? We've got the fan favorite company quiz on deck. So you can play along and see if you could beat our company. Thanks for being part of our company. We look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow. The Record with Greta Van Susteren starts right now.